All right, let's roll up the sleeves and get to work. Good morning. I am Brian Carpenter, sports editor of the Meriden Record-Journal, and welcome to the state semifinal edition of the high school football highlight show. It is Tuesday morning, coming off a rainy, wet Monday night, and as I just remarked to my man, Aaron, I'm not so sure what mood I got to be in here, or I want to be in, because part of this show is 2/3 obituary and 1/3 celebration. Let's tip our caps. My invisible one, it's there, to the Sheehan Titans. John Ferrazzi, coach of the Sheehan Titans, he and his boys going to the Class S state championship game. They'll face Bloomfield on Saturday down at Trumbull at 11 a.m. Set your alarm clocks now. Sheehan advances to a state final for the first time since 1985 with a 30-22 win over Ansonia down in Derby. Just an epic game down there. While that was going on, Maloney down at Daniel Hand against the two-time defending Class L champion Hand Tigers, and they're down there without James Tarver. Well, James was with them for sure, but James was hurt in the semifinal against the quarterfinal, that is, against Berlin, was not available to play, and that's a tough blow for Maloney, especially on a rainy night. But I'll tell you what, defense was up for the challenge. It was a 15-zip game at halftime. Hand takes three turnovers for touchdowns to pull away in that game to a 42-zip victory. It's going to be Hand and St. Joe's in an epic Class LL final. That game is going to be played up in New Britain on Saturday at 3. Our other game tonight, Southington against Nemesis Darien, and nothing changes on that front. Southington falling to Darien 21-12, the third time in 5 years in the Class LL semifinals, and Groundhog Day all over again. Yeah, but I'm getting tired of the show. I truly am. My heart goes out to Coach Mike Drury and the Blue Knights. A fine season. And the defense played a fine game against Darien on Monday night. It was 14-12 at halftime. Defense held. Southington just could not get on the board. They had their chances in the third quarter. We're going to take you out to Fontana Field right now. My man Aaron got totally saturated out there getting you this footage. There's Brady Lafferty and the Blue Knights on offense. Now, this game, as mentioned, was 14-12 at halftime. Darien never trailed in this game. Peter Graham, their quarterback, threw two first-half touchdowns, and each one was answered by Southington. However, they missed a PAT and a two-point try, so at halftime, as mentioned, 14-12. I'm going to show you the first Southington touchdown is coming up here. It's going to be a Brady Lafferty pass to Shane Laporte, and it's beautiful. What a catch by Shane Laporte. Check this out. Just a wonderful catch on an out route in the end zone. Darien pushes its lead up to 14-6. Here's Ryan Walsh, number 27. Nice kick return. Boom, shaking and baking, getting the Blue Knights into good field position, upon which they would capitalize. A lot of running here by Dylan Cole. Dylan battling it out, man. He suffered a hand injury late in the season. You can see the cast there on his hand. And he scored on a nice 34-yard touchdown run. He's brought down on this play, but on the touchdown run, he does shake a tackle at the second level and beats this defender to the pylon for the touchdown that had Southington within 14-12 at halftime. Southington has had its chances in the third quarter. Johnny Carrero, big interception. Southington was in the red zone, just couldn't put points on the board. Then early in the fourth quarter, Will Kirby with a touchdown run for Darien. And from there, Darien holds on. Third time in 5 years. It's Darien, the Blue Wave, over the Blue Knights in the Class LL semifinals, and Darien also handed Southington its 2 losses this season. That said, Southington, another fine season. They were in the playoffs for the 7th time in 8 years under Coach Mike Drury. Another fine season. Also for the Maloney Spartans, 3rd year in a row in the Class L playoffs. Another good season for them as well. Coach Kevin Frederick saying that the 42 final wasn't indicative of tonight's game, and I have to agree with that 100%. 15-zip at halftime. The defense played very well. There was a 40-yard pick six, a 60-yard scoop and score, another scoop and score, and Maloney loses 42-zip. Hand will look to defend its title against St. Joe's. That is going to be one heck of a game. No one wants to hear my predictions, but I'll give it to you. St. Joe's is going to probably win that game. Let's see if Hand proves me wrong. Sheehan Titans, 11 a.m. against Bloomfield Warhawks, the defending Class S champ. That's going to be a heck of a game down at Trumbull. Our other finals, undefeated Newtown against Darien in the Double L final and in the M final, Killingly goes up against Weston, and that's really the game that moved Sheehan and Bloomfield down to Trumbull, because you think about it, Killingly's over here, and Weston's down here. They're meeting in the middle at New Britain. Henceforth, Sheehan, Bloomfield, going down to Trumbull. And Aaron, that's where we're going to be. Fire up the car, gas it up. I'm riding with you, buddy. John Ferrozzi, Sheehan Titans. Terrence Bogan, a big night tonight. Jordan Davis with 3 touchdowns. Nice 64-yard catch from Kyle Simmons. And then the game-winning touchdown, 1 yard out early in the fourth quarter. And Sony had stopped Sheehan on a previous goal line stand, not this time. Jordan Davis with the score that proves to be the winner in a 30-22 victory that has the Titans going to the Class S state championship game against Bloomfield. We'll be there. Tune in. We'll bring you the highlights then. Be good.
Guys, clap it up for yourselves, guys. Everyone. Okay? All right. Down your ass off. Hey, you bowed your ass off, guys. All right. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out. I'm proud of you guys the way you responded. I'm proud of you guys the way you played. All right. I'm proud of you guys the way you prepared the whole year of practice. Okay. Seniors, guys. All right. It's been a blast. Obviously, we have a lot more to talk about with that, guys. All right. And I just wish we could have got this thing done here. I really do. All right. So we're proud of you. These ones hurt. All right. These ones hurt. But I'm proud of the way a lot of great stuff occurred this year. All right, a lot of great stuff occurred. So unfortunately, all good things come to an end. It came to an end not the way we wanted to. Okay, not the way we wanted to. All right, we see what it takes. All right, it just didn't happen, guys. And I'm proud of you. Okay, so it's time to hey, these are tough. Be there for each other. All right, all right, work with each other. And that's the way it goes. And it's young classmen, you understand how what the process is at this point. Okay, guys? All right? And again, seniors, I'm pretty proud of your athletes so much. All right? You guys did a great job. As good as any senior class that's come through here. Okay? All right? As good as any. So great job, guys. All right? We had opportunities, man, and we just didn't get it. Okay? So that's kind of where it is. All right? That's where it is. All right? So, especially seniors, enjoy your time here a little bit on the field. All right? Kind of last